So, what is purpose? Purpose is kind of like your current desire. So, let's say we locked you in a room with no distractions, no phone, no computer, nothing. Nobody is around. It's just you. And you sit there on your chair and you stare at the wall. What are you going to think about? What is your mind obsessing about? Is it fitness? Maybe it's fitness. Maybe it's business. Maybe it's making more money. Maybe it's fighting, painting, cooking, drawing, whatever it is. Whatever your mind obsesses over when you're undistracted. This is really, really important. When you're undistracted, you sit there, you stare at your wall. When you're undistracted, whatever your mind obsesses over, that is your current purpose. And you should align 100% of your life towards it. 100% of your life towards it. This is something that David Deida talks about. You probably heard about David Deida before. This is something that he talks about in this book, The Way of the Superior Man. And hold up. Let me just pull up the chapter real quick. It's chapter 12. Be willing to change everything in your life. A man must be prepared to give 100% to his purpose, fulfill his karma, and dissolve it, and then let go of that specific form of living. He must be capable of not knowing what to do with his life, entering a period of unknowingness, and waiting for a vision or a new form of purpose to emerge. These cycles of strong, specific action, followed by periods of not knowing what the hell is going on, are natural for a man who is shedding layers of karma in his relaxation into truth. Basically, I know that might sound weird what I just read. Basically, what he said is you need to align 100% of your life to your purpose. Easier said than none, right? Easier said than none. Right now, you might be aligning, let's say, 20% of your life to your purpose. Okay, fine. That's still pretty good. Maybe one day you align 50% of your life. Think about that. Like, let's say you spend 10 or 12 hours awake. That is more than half of that, more than 5-6 hours, is dedicated to your highest purpose. That's amazing. Maybe someday you get to the point where you align 80%, or most of your day is dedicated towards your goals. That's still pretty good. Maybe we won't reach 100% because, life's going to happen. But we can get pretty close. We can definitely get really close. And so basically what I just read, I know that might sound weird again. He was talking about fulfilling this layer of karma. Basically, purpose is like an onion. It's like an ogre. You've seen the movie Shrek, right? It comes in layers. And basically, it's just, think about it as an onion. In the center of the onion is your deepest purpose. It's your core reason why you're on this earth. And over this is a bunch of layers. And so very, very, very few people know what their deepest purpose is, because it's going to take basically your whole life to find that out. It's going to take your whole life to find that out. And basically, if you want to live the most fulfilling life, you need to peel back these layers. And so a layer for you might be fitness. It might be building your dream body. And so when you peel that layer back, then it reveals this new layer. This new layer might be making more money, and that layer might take 10 years, 20 years. And then finally this layer gets peeled back, and then maybe you want to get into fighting. And so again, like, you slowly start to peel this back, and you peel layer after layer after layer after layer, and eventually, supposedly, you get to like this core deep purpose where you find out who you are and why you are on this planet, like a bunch of spiritual stuff, right? You need to align 100% of your life to your purpose, or as close to 100% as possible, because 100%, it's like, it's really unrealistic. Because if you think about it, it's like every decision, every like micro decision that you make has to be related to your purpose somehow. That's really, really hard. That's really, really difficult. But that's the highest standard. Whatever your mind is obsessing over, focus on that, and you'll find as well. This is very interesting. You'll find that whatever it is, it's gonna put you into a state of flow. A state of flow is when your mind just shuts off. Your mind just shuts off. You're not thinking about any other bullshit. You're not thinking about what I have to eat today, like what this girl said behind my back, like the homework that I have to do. Like you're not thinking about any of this stuff. All you're thinking about is the task at hand. So when I record videos, I'm not thinking about what I have to eat today. I'm not thinking about my schedule, like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, yeah, whatever. I'm not thinking about that. All I'm thinking about is the task at hand. That's it. So maybe fighting for you. This is for me as well. Every time I step on the mat, or every time I put on the gloves, I enter a state of flow. My mind shuts off. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm not thinking about anything else but the task at hand. So whatever it is, maybe you're doing it right now. Maybe you have to think about it. Because it's going to take some time to think about. Like, you're going to have to sit there with no distractions, no stimulation, no nothing. You're going to have to sit there and you're going to have to stare at your wall. And you're just going to have to sit and think. We don't do this anymore. Nowadays, we don't do this. People think that thinking is weird. We don't take time to think. That's seen as weird. But we're not like most people. Why would you want to be like most people? The greatest minds that you can think of. Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, they've probably done this before. They've just sat down. With no distractions. They just sat and they just think. And so you're going to have to do that. And it's going to be boring, by the way. It's going to be really, really boring. I remember when I did this. It was so goddamn boring. I swear to God. It's going to be really, really boring because, you know, your attention span is shit and stuff. It's going to be really boring. And you're going to want to get up and get back on your phone and go back to living your miserable life when you're not aligning your life to your purpose. Fine. You can do that. But all it takes is just a little bit of discomfort. Just maybe a few hours of just sitting and thinking. But those guys who do think, who do take down, who do take the time to just think, they're the ones who probably go and change the world. And so I know that sounds completely unrealistic. But it would be really, really valuable for you for after this video, you shut off everything. Just go throw your phone in a different room. Just turn it off. No music. No like lo-fi. Don't like search up on Spotify or some bullshit like, oh, lo-fi beats to find your purpose to. None of that bullshit. You go and you just sit and think. That's how you find your purpose. And when you do find it, focus on that. Don't focus on the idiot friend group that you're a part of. Don't focus on any other meaningless bullshit. Just your purpose. That's it. Hope this video helped you, bro. Take care.